All right, this is Dan with Arcade Funcade. So today I'm going to show you the megacade that we have here. We have a finished off megacade with color changing LEDs, trackball, spinner knob, and dual joysticks for side-to-side gameplay. We have the Burgertime theme machine, some LED buttons for the coin and enter buttons, start button, and we have our player 2 escape and coin button. Let's straighten that fella out. And we also have this machine also features a coin door. So with this fella, we have a coin door that allows us to hook up a 55,001. So we have tons of games hooked up on this machine that can be played, and the coins could work through this slot here on the right side, and the 412 in one. I'm sorry, I have it backwards actually. The 412 is on the right, and the 55,000 is on the left. So we have that, and we have a little computer in there with all our USBs. Have everything all zip tied and nice and tidy. And we also have a volume control knob right here. And again, what we usually do is allow our customers to stick this anywhere they like, so they could plug it up anywhere inside the machine. So we have this machine finished up here with it has a 32-inch screen up top and a 20.25 by a 40-inch top glass and some custom artwork up top. We have the head-to-head unit has an extra wide 14.75 inch wide control panel with trackball, illuminated LED trackball, and 3 buttons per player with a little aluminum screen to allow for airflow and sound to come through. So that's pretty cool. So it'll have the head-to-head feature. So with this particular machine, we have a little bit of a different thing here. We have this little bracket here in the back, and what this is that it's gonna have a TV mount in the back the customer's gonna install, and they're gonna install their own TV, and they're gonna go 32, 40-inch, possibly 50 in the back. So then they'll be able to have an HDMI out connection, so they can play from the head-to-head, side-to-side system on the back monitor. So then they could play on the back there. So that's pretty neat. It'll have all the wiring on the back side here. So this machine actually has an on and off button here. Has an on button. It has an extra USB connection in the back here, and it has all the PC and all the wiring inside. And I'm going to turn the light on here and show you guys a little bit of the wiring inside of this machine. So this machine here has an Xbox 360 receiver, which the customer could then take and slide it over into the front coin door, hook it up there. So if you ever your Xbox 360 remote ever comes out of connection with the machine, all you got to do is hold down this button. You press that button. I'm going to take this Xbox 360 remote, and you press this little tiny button on the top of the remote here, and you're going to hit that, and you're going to see the little light going round and around. And if I press the button here and hold it, it'll automatically sync up. You'll see a blink, and it'll sync right up to player 1. So it'll be cool. So if you want to put a secondary controller, you do the same thing. Connect it, turn this guy on, press the little button, and then go in and press that little tiny receiver button, and it'll connect to player 2. So it's that easy to connect. Now, some of the features with this guy is that you can plug in a gun. So you'll see a little. There you go. The gun there gets connected to the back of the USB here, and you can wire it and route it to the front of the machine. This back panel here has a little hole in here that you could run the HDMI power cord down, or your cord down, HDMI cord, and your power cord down and through the shaft there and into the machine. And that way you can plug up the TV into the power strip that's located inside the bottom of the machine there. So there's a little power strip with a couple open outlets, and people could see. You could plug whatever you like in there. Now there is a little sensor bar, an extra large sensor bar, and this guy's going to go located on the top right corner So it's going to be the top left corner of the monitor that's going to be placed on here. So there's going to be a monitor up top, and you're going to place it right in the top right corner. So if this is the monitor down below, we're going to go to the edge of the screen and go right up in the top bezel, like so. So it'd be on the top of the monitor. So even on this machine, if you want to just lay it down there and play on there, you can. But again, it's really awkward to be pointing downward. So you're going to be wanting a mounted TV in the backside there. So then that way you can actually have it connected, and you can just completely play with the guns, man. So that's pretty cool. That'll enable the use of the gun use. And the way to change over from 55,000 to the 412, you find your little source button, and you point down into the top of this graphic here, and it'll come up with a little menu screen that you can barely see it. The glare is really rough. That's why I had the lights off. So you're going to point, and you're going to go to HDMI 1. You're going to press OK on the remote, and it'll turn on. So then you'll have the head-to-head mode. So I'm going to turn the lights off so we could see that. So then we are now at the head-to-head mode. And the keyboard, don't really use it. You use it on occasion if you need to do something, but it's usually very rare. The use of it's pretty rare. I mean, it's pretty neat if you want to do a couple things with specific things with some of the games, change some button configurations and stuff like that. So this is the first player side. It has Moon Patrol, and it has another LED button. It's a color changer, so when you use it, it turns red. You have your lollipop joysticks, or ball top joysticks, and 3 buttons. And this guy's, again, 32-inch screen, and it does go corner to corner. A lot of people ask us about how is the aspect ratio on this fella? And it's pretty big. It's pretty awesome. So we have this guy. I'm going to get a game started up here. Oh, I think I got to throw some quarters in this guy. So I'm going to tap. Oh, you can hear that guy going. So, all right. So we're going to play with a little Pac-Man here. So it's pretty cool, man. So it's a full size screen. So it's a big guy, and it's not a narrow screen, which is nice. It's not a wide screen. So the whole idea is the aspect ratio is about 15.9. So it really helps out. I mean, it's more commonly used to be able to play, or a screen at 4.3 is what you're usually looking for, and the aspect ratio for the size of this monitor, 15.9, is like perfect for this guy. It's perfectly wide, and it's perfect for the ratio for the height and width. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, so with this guy, what you're going to want to do to jump out of the game, so we have a little bit of gameplay going. To jump out of this game, all you got to do is press the start button, player 1. You see the little guy here, player 1's on this side. You hold this guy down. You hold it down for about 3-4 seconds. And it'll say continue or exit. You press the joystick down to make your selection. And you press start for the exit button. Start on your player 1 start button to exit. And you're back to the menu here. So you can see how many coins you have. Right now, what we're going to do is set that up to where it's on free play, and that little timer stops. Otherwise, it jumps into a game every 60 seconds, which is nuts. So there's that system. And again, if you want to swap back, all you got to do is just take the remote and just change right back to this system. So there's that with this fella. So I'm going to change back, and I'm going to get a little bit of gameplay on this other guy here. I'm having a hard time here trying to control the TV on this screen. This little fella here at the same time. So right now we're on the PlayStation games. What we're going to do is go down and go to MAME. That's where the majority of the games are. That's where the bigger lists are. We're going to press enter. It gets closer. Enter or start. You can press start. You jump in, and you're into the MAME system. You can then go around and look for whatever game you want. And I'm just going to stop on whatever, man. There you go. I'll stop on Centipede so you can see how the trackball works. So I'm just going to jump to it. Whoop, went too far. Nice. So jumping into Centipede.
Loading complete.
There you go. So now that it's loaded up, we have a coin button on the left side here. So this side is going to be your first player coin, and you have a second player coin. There are certain games out there that require a player 2 game, like Gauntlet Legends. You know, certain games that require a coin that'll, you know, for the player 2 side. So we went ahead and installed a coin on the right side just in case, so we wouldn't have any issues with any games that wouldn't be able to be played as 2-player because of a lack of a coin. So we're gonna press the coin button. You're gonna see the little credits up there. Those little guys are at 6 credits. We're gonna press start. You're gonna start up. You're gonna see that you can use a trackball. Oh crap! I already died. So you could use a trackball here to move your guy around. It's fairly fast. You could also adjust your mouse pointer speed with this within the system. So you could try